Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial series. In this video, I'll give you an overview of 3ds Max. We'll start with the basics like what 3ds Max is, how to access it as a student, and then dive into a tour of the interface. For those who are super new to 3ds Max, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be familiar with the main tools and ready to start creating your own projects. So let's get started. 3ds Max is a modeling and rendering software developed by Autodesk. Just like any other Autodesk software, 3ds Max is free for students. So sign up with your university email and you should be good to go. Now let's explore 3ds Max's interface. First up, we have the main menu at the top. This is your central hub for file management, creating objects, editing, and rendering. Just below it, you'll find the main toolbars where it provides shortcut to commonly used tools and commands like select, move, rotate, scale, snapping, and many others. In 3ds Max, you can customize your workspace by changing these tabs on the top right corner. You can switch between different layouts depending on your task, or you can even customize and save your own preference. These layouts organize your tools, panels, and views to suit your working preference. We'll use the default workspace. Next, in the Scene Explorer panel, this panel lists all the objects in your scene, helping you to keep everything organized. It's where all the objects are kept in layers that you can select, hide, rename, lock, or group the objects. It's especially useful to keep track of your project when it gets more complicated. Then the viewport is where you'll be looking at most of the time. Here you can view your work on your 3D models from different angles and perspectives, like this perspective view, front view, top view, and left view. Here you can view and work on your 3D models from different angles and perspectives. You can toggle between modes like this default shading that is currently showing, or the wireframe overrides, like so. On the right hand side is the command panels, where you'll find tools to create and modify objects, apply modifier, set up lights and cameras, and many more. This panel is where most of the modeling action happens under the Create tab. And any modifier that you apply to the objects you create is recorded under modifier list, and it will be recorded in a step-by-step order. Lastly, let's look at navigation tools. I've pre-made some objects for demonstrations. This is the zoom tool. Hold and drag up and down, or you can also use your middle wheel to scroll in and out. Hit escape to get out of the zoom tool. This is the pan tool, where you can pan around the viewport, or you can also use your middle mouse to hold and drag around. Hit escape to get out of this function. And the next one is orbit tool, which let you see your project on a different angle, horizontally or vertically, or in any angles. Notice that the circle next to your mouse changes when you position it differently. Lastly, another tool that I found very useful is the Zoom Extend selections. It directs the view to this axonometric bird's eye angle, very useful in case if you get lost in your modeling scene and you want to zoom to where things are at. Before we dive into modeling, it's essential to set your units correctly. In 3ds Max, we have display units and system units. It's crucial to set this up properly before you start your project to avoid scaling issues later on. So we have the system units set up as 1 unit equals to 1 meter, and display units are set up to meters as well. And that's it for our 3ds Max interface overview. I hope you now have a solid understanding of the software layout and how to navigate it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the other tutorials.